He blames fairies for the damage to his mother's radio above all else. Then he ensures that a horse-like monster known as a Nuka-Levy has done whatever it takes to hurt Mandy if he doesn't deal with it food. Roger and Brianna are curious about how and where he gets these stories because he rarely lies. Roger argues that the boy's belief in real-life magic beings makes sense, despite Brie's desire to end it. Taking everything into account, he has navigated time. Brie goes for another worker screening at a connecting dam since someone ought to be the family supplier, while the Jacobite gold is still excessively far. She has come to go after a job as a plant investigator, yet Mr. Campbell, the questioner, has the mistaken idea that she has come to go after a secretarial job. What else is a woman willing to do? She continues to post all of the issues she has seen with the dam, resulting to exhorting him that being a plant examiner doesn't need putting everything in order, and ends up tracking down the work. Woman, prepare. At the point when Brie gets back to the house to impart the uplifting news to Roger, she finds to her consternation that he isn't thrilled. Roger isn't particularly excited about her. Because he didn't think they'd hire a woman, he regrets not being the family breadwinner. He makes sense of that he accepts he isn't maintaining his guarantee to Jamie and Claire to take care of Claire and the children. Even though he once intended to become an evangelist, he no longer knows where he stands with God. Roger had believed that everything was foreordained and that the Almighty was in control. Nonetheless, he and Brie return to the past, and by shielding Claire and Jamie from the fire of the edge, positively toward that later, they from a genuine perspective change the bearing of history. Roger is unsure of what to accept and has the impression that he will never be able to properly care for his family again. Ian hears an irritation while Claire, Jamie, and him are going out to Wilmington during the 1700s and stopping for a break in the woodland when Ian starts to go overboard about Ben Bug showing up to address his retaliation. Ian has been worried about the possibility that the elderly person's recommendation to kill somebody he thinks often about will work out as expected. Ian is consoled by Jamie that Bug is far away and reminded that the old man needs to startle him. At the point when they show up, while Brie wants to prepare to board a boat destined for Scotland, there are no indications of Fraser's end to the pressures. Above all else, honestly, he faults fairies Jamie experiences Cornelius Harnett, then a singular offspring of opportunity known as who he took part in Season 6. Harnett figures he can't permit Jamie to seek after sorting out that he isn't joining the change, yet rather making arrangements for a journey to Scotland. Since he will either be recruited or another person will be shipped off battle in his place, Jamie will be constrained to join the agitators. Jamie tells Claire he wants to join, chiefly to protect his family, yet likewise, since he can request that some other individual fight in his place back at the lodging where they are remaining. Claire declares that she will accompany him because of the need for experts in the conflict effort. Youthful Ian must choose the option to join since Scotland can stand by. He is so passionate about America and its people that he wants to fight for it. By attempting to persuade the few Native American tribes that have not joined, he wants to support the revolutionary cause. Claire again runs into Tom Christie him when she is going about her responsibilities in Wilmington. He kisses Claire considering the way that he is so staggered to see her, and she is much the same way as stunned to see him. Claire was convinced he had been killed for the murder of Malva, and Tom acknowledges she had passed on in the edge fire when he looked into it. As they head out for some espresso, Tom portrays how his proficiency at last saved his life. Subsequent to recapturing his opportunity, he chose not to get back to the edge. In addition, when he learned of the fire, he published a eulogy in the newspaper about it. The eulogy that Brie found in the paper years after the fact was the one that propelled her to head out to the past in Season 3. And notwithstanding Roger's conviction that they had the option to adjust history, it was really fated to happen. All things considered, perhaps God is in control. Claire tells Jamie about her encounter with Tom Christie after hearing him reaffirm his love for her. Yet again, Jamie derides her kiss while feeling frustrated about Tom, whom he accepts would seriously endanger his life for Claire. Their discussion encourages closeness, which is precisely the exact thing the pair expects as their next stop is post-Ticonderoga, where their support in the unrest